In today's video, I'm going to be rebuilding the Vanderbilt Commodores. They're the worst team in the SEC and historically one of the worst college programs of all time. This video is not going to end until I bring the national championship trophy back to Nashville. And in theory, Vanderbilt really isn't the worst team. As you can see, 81 overall, 2.5-star prestige. The problem lies with being in the SEC, and the schedule even hints to that. The SEC, it is the best conference. I don't want to hear it from you Big Ten guys. We can argue back and forth all day long. The SEC is just the best conference. I mean, you got Texas, you got Alabama, both top 10 teams. Mizzou, another top 10 team in here. LSU and Tennessee, teams that could very easily approach the top 10. Though this Vanderbilt roster is not fully deprived of talent. I mean, they've got Nate Johnson, who is one of my favorite quarterbacks to use in this entire game. He always leaves after year one. I hate to spoil that for you. The deal breaker is winning games, and they don't really do a lot of that here, so hopefully we can change that. But Nate Johnson, 95 speed, he's a very, very athletic quarterback. If he wins the job in real life, I think he could really help the Commodores. And then we have to highlight receiver Micah Bell. He's a 4-star with 97 speed. He's only a 73 overall, but he's only a sophomore. This is somebody that could help us win a lot of games in the very near future. Also named after the greatest video game villain of all time. I will stand on that, Red Dead Redemption 2. I love that game. We'll love it forever. Arthur Morgan, rest in peace. You deserve better. But that's all I really want to highlight that is here for the future, because as you dig through the roster, you're seeing that this looks like a Conference USA roster, maybe an American Conference roster. Maybe that's a little bit more generous. And even though we are not the most proud program in the country yet, I'm still going to try and ride that SEC name as hard as I can. Pause. To try and land some of these top-end recruits. I mean, we got a few 5-stars on our board. We're looking to try and turn this roster around in a big way. And somebody like Connor Nani here, these are the kind of players that do that. Quarter of the way through the season, I wanted to update recruiting here. And Dave Bryant, he looks like a dog. I mean, 6'3", 197, 93 speed, 94 jumping. Who says white men can't jump? This boy can jump. And he is a gem receiver, as well as Antonio Antwine. Looks like a really good slot receiver, 5'8", 199. I mean, these could be some program-changing players, and we've got some good defensive backs on the board. Recruiting overall is not in a bad spot, and the overall season isn't going bad either. Considering that we're so far dominating in this season now, some of the teams we've been playing, they're kind of falling apart, and they're not doing that great, but we've beat up on Mizzou, Georgia State, FCS, and we even upset Virginia Tech, who's 1-3 now. But, I mean, they were ranked when we played them. And following a loss to the Crimson Tide, we lost out on Conrad, a future potential left tackle, and Connor Nani, who looked like an incredible running back. But we did bounce back in the next week by upsetting top 25 Kentucky. They were number 11 in the country, and they fell all the way to number 25, which leads me to believe with this 5-1 start that we have, which it doesn't make any sense to me, but with this 5-1 start that we have, if we knock out a couple more wins, I mean, this team could be looking very, very good, and that prestige could bump up. But some things are better left as dreams, as the Vanderbilt I know and love is the Vanderbilt I know and love again. 20-14 to Ball State. And it felt like it took an eternity, but Barry has finally committed to the program, and that's our first commit of the season. Even though we have so many prospects that we're in fights for. Also, the season's going downhill, as you saw, 5-4 now. And we had a big visit week versus South Carolina, and we got Antonio Antwine, the wide receiver, as well as Lester Jamerson. So we've got some pretty good players committed to the program, and then we lost out on a good linebacker. And we lost to South Carolina. The season has officially fallen apart, and we've got LSU and Tennessee to finish it out. Probably going to jump in for that Tennessee game because, you know, we're probably not going to win versus LSU. I'm just be honest, but we could still go to a bowl. But during the bye week, we landed what could likely be our future quarterback, and that was Jordan Hawkins. We landed some future protection and a DB in George Amerson, who was very, very good. And with us falling to 5-6 and fighting for a bowl game, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and play the Vols because, you know what better way to get the rebuild started out than to beat our rivals. Ooh, and we got a little bit of a snow game here in Nashville. Okay, I can get down with it. I mean, it doesn't really snow that much here, but I can get down with it. Yeah, I'm not even going to lie. A few plays into this game, I really just can't see anything. But we got Micah Bell over the middle. I can see our own jerseys. Micah Bell, what a play. Come on, come on. There we go, Micah Bell. Oh, and that's going to be an interception. Again, I can't see the defenders. Did I see him? Yeah. Am I going to lie to you and say that I didn't? Yeah, I am. 1,000%. But that is enough appreciation for EA Sports. I've got a 4th down and 3 that I got to pick up right here. And for some reason, I forgot Nate Johnson's just the fastest quarterback in the game. Yeah, maybe I should have ran. Maybe I should have ran. Tennessee football, they're going to be headed down the sidelines. And 1st and 10 Vols. But Tennessee didn't make anything of that, so I can appreciate that. Thank you, Tennessee, for not scoring with my misfortune. And I'm going to roll it. We're going to throw it to Micah Bell, and he's going to roll into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Commodores. And on a play like this, I'm just going to go to Micah Bell. You know, if we didn't get hit as we threw it, that probably was a touchdown. But instead, we're going to give them a touchdown. Touchdown Vols. And any hope for a comeback is looking pretty slim at this point. I know we got a whole quarter to go, but I'm just going to go to the end zone, and that's going to be Micah Bell for what should have been a touchdown. I mean, keep it in your hands, dude. All right, and Tennessee has gone up 28-9. The game's over. It's over. I hate to say it. I hate to see it. That's going to be another interception. I can't see them at all. And you know what? We're going to lose. We're going to lose 35-9. We're not going bowling in year 1. Everybody's going to leave in the portal. I couldn't see a single Tennessee defender that game. You know, it shouldn't frustrate me that much, but their uniforms are so white. On a happier note, Alfonso Givens has decided to commit to the program, as well as Gregory Madden. And we're #1 on a ton of players' boards. I hopefully won't get out of character like that again, but I couldn't see them. I literally couldn't. It was terrible, and Nate was just chucking the ball everywhere. Recruiting, as you can see, though, is looking pretty good. Everybody we want is either A, committed, or we have them #1 on our, or we're #1 on their board. So, I mean, it's looking pretty good. And after this 5-7 season, I'm going to fire both of these coordinators. We need to build up a collection of talent if we want to be the SEC's next best school. And these guys not being recruiters are not going to help me do that. And these are the coordinators I have decided to go after. So we're going to see if these guys sign. And we did land both of the coordinators we wanted. So, I mean, that feels pretty good. I'll take that. Which that's led us into players leaving, and we've only got 4 persuasion attempts. So we're going to be really strategic with this. Micah Bell. Whoa, wrong guy. Micah Bell I want back. We got him back. Nate Johnson I would like back. We failed. Langston Patterson I would like back. We succeeded. Okay, so we got our 81 overall middle linebacker. And then I'm going to be honest, I think the most important position is going to be the offensive line. And we got Mycel Sandoval back. Everyone else is leaving for graduation, and CJ Taylor is going to the draft. All right, and I hate to go fanboy for just a moment, but Isaiah Bond is in the portal, and I really want him, because hook him, baby. But this is going to be the cast that we're going after in the transfer portal. It's going to be Isaiah Bond, Braylon Staley, Ted Hammond, and Caleb Harris, the Auburn transfer at safety. That just feels like all I really want. Most of the guys that want to come here are quarterbacks, and I'm good. I don't want any of them. I really don't. And we got a future running back in Andre Curl. Isaiah Bond goes to the dark side. He landed with Georgia. He didn't want to build something special. That tells me a lot about you, Isaiah. It really does. But we do land Braylon Staley as well as Ted Hammond, Caleb Harris, and that's probably going to close out our portal class right here. I don't think we had the best recruiting class in the country. Like, we definitely, 1,000% did not. But it might be okay. It definitely wasn't. We had the 39th ranked recruiting class. Our only 4-star was the quarterback, but you know what? It's all right. It's a building year, okay? Get it through your heads. And after training results, ahead of year 2, Junior Sherrill is going to be the best player on the entire team at an 87 overall. And you know what? I'll take that. Langston Patterson follows him up at an 85. Micah Bell is all the way up to 99 speed, and that feels pretty good. Offensive line feels like it's kind of getting better, so you know what? I'll take it. I'm digging through this roster to see what kind of good development traits we might have had in this past recruiting cycle, and Barry, the defensive tackle, who is going to be redshirted this year, has star development, so that's a good start as a 3-star. And then 3-star corner, George Amerson with star development as well. You know what? I can appreciate that. As well as 6'5" safety, who's a converted receiver. He was an athlete who's supposed to play receiver, but he's a better safety. He has star development as well, and again, I can appreciate that. However, that's about where the bright spots stop, because Quarterback position this year, we have a room of just a bunch of idiots, pretty much. None of these guys are really going to be very good quarterbacks, but Jordan Hawkins is our future plan at the moment until we can recruit somebody else. And he only has normal development traits, so he kind of has just already hit his peak. And the other 4-star quarterback that I recruited, Alfonso Givens, is actually going to play running back for us because he's genuinely just a better running back. 90 speed, 96 acceleration. Then this is going to be the schedule ahead of year 2. I'm not seeing a lot of wins outside of Georgia State and Colorado State on this schedule. When you consider Alabama, I mean, we're going to Texas. It's just going to be a rough time here in year 2, to put it simply. But we're going to make sure that we are staying on top of recruiting. Guys like Zambrano here could change this program. A gem 3-star quarterback. And I'm going to make sure I take some big swings to hopefully help out this squad. We've got 5-star Isaac Childress on the offensive line. This is somebody that we desperately need. And as we all know, this game loves to troll you. But as it currently sits, we are approaching on some of these 5-stars. Isaac Childress, one of the best players in the entire class, forget just being the best tackle, one of the best players in the entire class, has us #1 on his board. Now, probably won't last, but we can hope. And our first commit of year 2 is going to be Darius Fulcher. So we're helping out the back end, as well as Troy Middlebrooks, Glenn Lampkin, the quarterback, Sammy Dillard, JD Potts. I mean, this continues for days. And a little update to these 5-stars. We've been locked out due to playing style, except for on Angelo Dahl, the running back, and Isaac Childress, the tackle, which are, you know, less needed than getting a middle linebacker and a defensive tackle into the program. So it really kind of frustrates me, but what can I do about playing style, really? And we unfortunately did lose out on the 5-star Isaac Childress in a loss to #2 ranked Alabama. I mean, who saw that one coming? Let's be real here. I mean, we're a powerhouse. How do we lose to Bama? But majority of our visits are going to be scheduled on this LSU week. LSU's having a little bit of a down year, and I'm hoping we can take advantage of that and come out with a victory over the Tigers. But, I mean, if you saw the last time I picked up the sticks, they might do better if I just don't let them. But, you know, we're jumping in anyways. And even though LSU is still having a down year, compared to us, they're still LSU. They're a 90 overall school pretty much. Oh, come on, Cedric Alexander right up the middle. I tried to be risky and run a Wildcat on a 4th and 2 and just see if we could pick up the 2 yards. But we're going to go all the way down to the 1. Let's go, Cedric. All right, down at the 1, I'm going to trust our rushing game again, and we're going to get into the end zone. I like it. All right, 4th and 7 here. We are approached with a moment. It wants me to jump in and kick a field goal, but we don't do that around here because, well, I miss every field goal I kick. So we're going to throw an absolute prayer shot right there, and it's going to be Micah Bell. We'll take the field goal this time. Oh, God, I'm so bad at these. If it has any form of an angle, I'm going to miss it. I mean, I just always miss it. It's always lined up perfectly. I just miss it anyways. Oh my goodness. That's why we recruit. That's why we recruit right there. We got bums like Cedric Alexander on the field. We need to get him off the field. That's what we need to do. But I am going to throw to him again. It's going to be an interception. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's going to the end zone. All right. 1st and 10, new drive right here. We're lofting one out. That's going to be to Sherrill, and Sherrill's going to haul that one in. That's a beautiful reception, putting on a Hall of Fame sell job. I want to know what payroll he's on right now, because we've had some open receivers, and he just can't throw. All right, 3rd and 1. We are back in the red zone. I'm one more inaccurate just off of pure randomness from Carter away from putting in a new quarterback. And there it is. We're putting in a new one. Nope, Carter, your time with Vanderbilt, it just ended. We're bringing in new quarterbacks. It's over. You're not playing anymore. All right, we've got Jeremy St. Hilaire in the game now. He's got 96 throw power. That feels like somebody who can rifle a football with a little bit of velocity, and that's what we need. See how hard that was, Carter? See how hard that was? Just throw it to the guy. All right, we're going to go over the middle there. See, again, he has the velocity and the arm power to rifle a football in there. It's something that I haven't been able to feel this game with Carter. I mean, look at that. Just rifling it right over to Cedric Alexander. Go ahead and hit a little spin move right here. Cedric. It's going to get us down inside the 30-yard line. And if we score, I'm going to be ballsy. I'm going to go for 2 because I want to win this game. I truthfully would like to win a football game. It's something we haven't done a lot here in Vanderbilt, and it's something I'd like to start doing. Micah Bell, wide open. We've got a quarterback now. St. Hilaire is actually a dog. All right, here we are on 2nd and goal. I'm going to run the Wildcat, and it was a horrible call. It's going to bring us to 3rd and goal. where we are kind of forced to throw the football, but I don't know where. This isn't really a good play for doing that. We're just going to snap it and let it ride. Let it ride. That's going to get us down to the 3-yard line. And we need to make a play to get into the end zone. All right, 4th and goal from the 3 right here. Just need a little bit of velocity. We've got an open man. Thank you, St. Hilaire. And I need a stop from Langston. It's going to come from a corner. Go, 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 go. You might not take it back for 6, but get us into position to be able to win this football game. Big players making big plays. Let's go, McPherson. And you know what? St. Hilaire has been balling. I feel like he's earned the opportunity to win the game himself, and that's going to be Stowers over the middle. 10 seconds right here. I'm going to line up a field goal. I take back everything I said. I'm going to run the ball. All right, let's just go ahead. Yep, there we go. Good run, Cedric. That's going to be 7 seconds left in the ball game. That is the field goal lined up to where I can actually hit it, and they're going to, you know, attempt to ice us, I guess. Hopefully they don't waste all their timeouts like they do in Madden. And that one is up, and holy, I still almost missed it, dude. Do you see the problem here? Do you see the problem here? And with 3 seconds here, we're going to have the opportunity to upset the LSU Tigers. I know they're 2-3 and statistically a worse team, but they're also a 90 overall team, so I don't accept them being the technical worst team. That was the worst throw ever by the Nuss Bus, and that's going to be Gaskins all the way to the end zone. And we're going to extend the lead and just make it look like we beat them convincingly. And that visit week resulted in Deshaun Boren committing to the program. Tanner Wade, the Murfreesboro cornerback who was a 4-star, he committed to the program. And we have re-unlocked the ability to go after Kona. I don't remember. Kona something. Actually, I take that back. I lied. We're C- on playing style. He's a 5-star linebacker that's going to go into Wyoming, man. I mean, if we can just get our playing style up, we will land him, because there's no way Nebraska with no offer, there's no way we're not a higher quality team than Wyoming. An update on the Commodores a little bit later in the season. We're ranked number 15 in the country, and I kind of want to just see how we got here, because we beat what is now number 4 Virginia Tech by 17. We beat NC State. We lost to Georgia State. Beat Colorado State, lost 70-14 to Alabama. Oh my goodness. We beat LSU, we beat Mizzou by 3, beat Auburn by 3, and then we blew out Kentucky, and then we've got Texas and Tennessee left on the schedule. And that it is. That will be our first 5-star of the rebuild. It's going to be Kona Urswa. I hope I said it correct. We fall to 8-3 after losing to the University of Texas, but at minimum, I'll take the 5-star. We also got Zambrano that week as well, and we're in the lead on everybody left on our board. As you can see, we've got a lot of gems that I decided to go after late in the cycle. These are 3-star players, but these are players that are going to help us a ton. In the end, though, we did lose our last 2 games to Tennessee and Texas, but 8-4 is a season I feel like every Vanderbilt fan in the country would absolutely take. Other than the 70-14 to Alabama. I don't know what happened that week. I mean, team showed up drunk or something, man. Wanted to take a look at the stats and see maybe how we got here. Dylan Carter put up a pretty good season. 3,400 yards and 37 touchdowns. On the ground, Cedric Alexander, 4.6 yards per carry, 633 yards, 5 touchdowns. Junior Sherrill led the pack when it came to receiving. Micah Bell has a brand exposure deal breaker, which I don't know how you really get that up. And our first bowl matchup is going to be in Nashville versus Michigan. So, you know what? This is a home game for the boys, even though we're the road team. But since I did win 8 games this season, it is time to leave to go to a Big Ten program. That's how coaching at Vanderbilt works, right? Kidding. We're going to play the moments here against Michigan. We're not leaving. All right? We're going to play some defense, and we're going to come out here and we're going to dominate Michigan. Also, this is a very good render of the Titan Stadium, because up there is where I was served hot chocolate from a Logan Steakhouse in the stadium. Why is that a point of emphasis? It really shouldn't be, but I was served hot chocolate there. All right, and Carter might have been the highest overall to start in simulation, but let me tell you, if I'm going to be playing some football, I'm not playing with the bum. And we're going to have an overthrow there, but, you know, I was hoping for roughing the passer. It's going to be holding with an overthrow, but maybe it's not all failure, because they want me to come back out here and Try and keep the drive alive on 4th and 5, which I respect. That's a coaching move I would have made. Sherrill over the middle. But we immediately got ourselves into another 3rd down here. I'm going to try and put Bell on a streak, because who from this Michigan defense is going to cover him? I mean, probably number 1, because he just pushed him out of bounds. Get the weight up. And you know my luck with field goals, so I won't be kicking one. I just won't be doing it. I will trust throwing to the end zone. Stowers, no. It was a bad ball from St. Hilaire. And there's the painful end of the bowl game. 30-0 in our home state. You don't love it. I mean, Orgy, he was... there's a lot of jokes I could come up with that one. We're not going to go there, but Alex Orgy, I'm sure he had a good game. All right, in players leaving, it looks like we're going to have a lot of players that want to leave the program. I'm going to try and make sure we keep the freshmen. We're going to lose that one. Hopefully Riddick will come back. Riddick does come back. And then we're going to go on the offensive line because that's going to be the most important to me. Anthony Miles is going to be leaving the program. Myself Sandoval, we failed on that one as well. What about Cade McConnell? Nope, he's leaving. Oh boy, what a team we're going to have here in year 3. Cedric, you want to come back for the boys? No, you don't. What about Martell Height? Okay, all right. We got 2 out of how many ever to come back. And then we've got a ton of players that are going to be graduating. So again, this is going to be a entirely new look roster. And officially into portal season, I've got a few guys that I'm going to be going after. We're going after pretty much a full 35 out of 35 class. We've got Jericho Washington. We've got Fisher Anderson. We got Drake Carlson, Cole Simmons, a lot of offensive linemen, but we've got a few 4-star prospects in there, like the receiver, a left tackle, which we did lose to the portal ourselves. And then we've got a few freshmen offensive linemen that have interest in the program. And we also landed Nick Jones, who comes out of high school. We got Daniel Lincoln, another high school guy, and we're still in the lead on pretty much everybody we want, other than Fisher Anderson. He was, no pun intended, he was the big fish that I wanted, and we're just not going to get him. But we did land Jericho Washington Jr., who's going to be huge for our secondary as a 4-star transfer. We got Cole Simmons as a consolidation prize for the last guy we lost. Mitchell Middleton, Jason Overton. We've had a very successful portal class. We lost out on Drake Carlson, and that led us to a national signing day where we finished 33rd in the country. And honestly, I can't complain about that. I think we got some extremely talented players that are going to help this roster for many years. After training results, it's not a perfect team, but it is a very good one. Joseph McVay up to an 86 overall. Micah Bell up to an 84 overall. We're going to have a very fast receiving core, as you can probably see. Tate Hamby up to an 84 overall. The defense could be pretty stout. We've got a lot of underclassmen that are going to be playing. And then we've got a lot of seniors that are going to end up leaving, especially on the offensive line. Quarterback's going to be an interesting conversation for this year. Do we go with Jordan Hawkins or do we go with Jeremy St. Hilaire? And I think we're leaning my guy, and that's going to be Jordan Hawkins. He just has more potential to develop and become a good player. Plus, he only has 1 less throw power with way better accuracy. So I'm definitely leaning on the idea of Jordan Hawkins to be the starter. And my goodness, I really wasn't lying. We just have the fastest receiver core literally of all time. And we've got 97, 99, 96, 92, 98 down here. We got 99 up here. We got 93, 94. That feels pretty good right there. We got Manuel Escobar, 3-star receiver out of McKinney, Texas, which is another fun one because I used to live there too. This is just a homecoming rebuild. I mean, we're rebuilding a team in Nashville. And we got a star development player out of the city I lived in Texas. It's getting weird out here, all right? My FBI agent is working overtime right now. We got Sammy Dillard as well. He's going to be a star development on the offensive line. And if there's any place we need development, believe me, it's the offensive line. And Tanner Wade is a certified dog in the secondary, elite development trait, 78 overall as a true freshman 4-star. He can even increase his physical peak, which is incredible. We just really need him to increase that coverage because he can't cover to save his life right now. But I think a redshirt year is going to help because, oh my goodness, have we kind of over-recruited at corner? And our schedule has flipped this year, so no more Alabama, so we're not going to lose 70-14 again, right? I think that's how that works. We're going to be playing A&M, Oklahoma. We've got Colorado late in the season. I mean, that's a tough out-of-conference matchup. To highlight recruiting here ahead of year 3, there's some really interesting prospects we have a decent chance to land. Like guys like Jermaine Sills, 99 speed, 80 man coverage. I mean, this is Deion Sanders. He can't tackle. Yeah, this is Deion Sanders. Even John Agudosi also has 99 speed. He's kind of Deion Sanders as well. Look it, that's the second 5-star we have committed to the program. It's going to be Randy Maiji. He is a 5-star right tackle, and we bump up to 5-2 after beating the number 8 Georgia Bulldogs in our house. And I love it. I just truthfully love it. We got 315 hours left to spend. We're losing out on some really good players, but we gained the best. The best of the best. And there's going to be the 99 speed corner, not the 5-star. We lost out on him in like week 2. He just decided, you know what, I'm committing. We're down to 5-4 after starting out 5-1. So that's pretty good. We love that. We're playing Oklahoma this week. Season's starting to unravel a little bit. At the end of the season, recruiting, we tried really hard. I'll give it that. We tried really hard. The team fell apart. Yeah, the official end of year 3, it was the struggle bus to say the least. Mississippi State was the number 2 team in the country. I don't know how that happened. Tennessee was the number 6 team in the country, and we just went on a massive losing streak after the Georgia game. We didn't win another game for the rest of the season after beating what was at the time number 8 Georgia. Into players leaving here, we're playing a very dangerous game right now. We got players that we want to keep in the program, especially on the offensive line, that want to leave. So we're going to lose him. Jericho Washington, we'll be seeing you. Kona Urswa, our first 5-star, is going to be leaving the program. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to go after the defensive end. I mean, we'll offer Jericho to come back. He's not going to come back. Tight end Daniel Harrell, we just don't need back. I mean, we'll go after Braylon Staley. We can't get anybody back. We got one more persuasion chance. Watch Daniel. Yeah, welcome back, Daniel. The one guy I really didn't want. And in off-season / transfer portal recruiting, we're going after a ton of players. We're making up for the lack of offensive line help that we got. And we're going after nothing but just offensive linemen, a few safeties and guys like that thrown in here, but prioritizing heavily on the offensive line. And then we landed out of high school recruiting, Daniel Tolson from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He's a good linebacker, and we're number 1 on pretty much everybody's board right now, which feels like a good spot. We've got plenty of hours to spend. And there's going to be our first official transfer. It's going to be Connor Stroh. We get Callum Glenn. We get LaMarcus Stoudemire. We're going to be changing positions on a lot of these guys to move them around so we can fill out our whole offensive line. We are going to lose out on some other portal guys. They weren't my priority guys, so honestly, I'm not mad at it. And that led us to having the number 34 ranked class in the country. I'm hoping eventually we can finally achieve the number 1 class, but right now it's not looking good. I mean, we went down to a 2.5-star prestige. We're losing guys all over the place, and we can barely get a single 5-star on a campus. And keeping them is another issue. After training results, we in fact do have a very good team. We have a 99 overall running back. Okay, so I made a shift. Tristan Brown just profiled more as a running back. He's very elusive. He's very, very fast. His hands and everything, they were decent. Don't get me wrong, he was a good receiver, but I think he just profiled better as a running back. He wasn't really a good route runner. So I moved him to running back. He's a 99 overall now. He was like a 91 before training results, and now he's a 99. So I expect him to have a monster season this year. That's the first like official 99 overall player that I've had in a rebuild, so that's pretty cool. No boost incorporated. Joseph McVay is going to be a 91 overall at receiver. Big thing I'm worried about is going to be this quarterback room. Jordan Hawkins is only up to an 82 overall with the boost. So we really need to keep on the recruiting trend for a quarterback because none of these guys are developing at all. Oh, baby, Randy Maije. We got to win some games to make sure he doesn't transfer, but elite development trait for the offensive tackle, and I love it. We got another one of those little 3-star gym defensive tackles. I mean, this dude would swallow me whole. I mean, I'm like 140 pounds. Dude's 6'2", 300, but star development for a 3-star defensive tackle. And then Daniel Tolson, the outside linebacker we recruited. Wearing number 7 as an outside linebacker, I respect that. That's what I did. I mean, I was like a box safety. I wasn't really a linebacker. Undefined. He doesn't have ratings. It's immeasurable how talented this guy is. And then John Agadosi, who, let's be honest, his quickness, yeah, it's got to be maxed out. He's got 99 speed. He has star development as a 4-star corner. I think he's going to be great for us. He's actually going to get the red shirt this year. And our schedule in year 4, it does us absolutely no favors. We're playing number 9 UCF. At least it's at home. We've got a road stretch of Georgia and then Florida and number 6 in the country, Mississippi State. Comment down below if you want a Mississippi State rebuild. I feel like that they're the second worst team in the SEC. No offense, guys. And I love you guys, and just no offense. You're probably the second worst team in the SEC right now. And as far as recruiting goes here in year 4, I'm going after some of the top end players because we just need them at this point. We need a new quarterback who is going to develop incredibly well. So I'm going after 3 5-star quarterbacks. If we get them, awesome. They're all very local except for Alfonso, who is the number 1 overall quarterback in the country. And I really would like him because he's got platinum fan favorite as an ability, and your mental abilities can never get better. Now, Cam Hart is probably the more likely prospect to land of the two, and he's got platinum team player, which, again, that's a very good ability. I would really like him as well, but the player I want the most is actually Anthony Marshall, the running back. He's got platinum sidestep. If you've played this game, you know how good platinum sidestep and platinum 360 are. He has the ability to get all 3 of them platinum because he's the height and the weight threshold to get his spin move up that high, and it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous what Anthony Marshall could become. So my theory and recruiting plan fell entirely apart. I had all of these guys scheduled on a visit versus Texas A&M, and we were number 2 or number 3 on all of them, where at one point we were number 1, and we lost every single one of them. They were so good. Juan Heaney is still coming in versus A&M, so I was actually incorrect on the week that Juan Heaney is coming in. It's going to be week 8, so we're going to jump in versus the Arkansas Razorbacks, who are ranked. We left these 2 guys on the board to see if they might flip their commitment. As you can see, they didn't. And wow, we're losing prospects left and right. This is going to be another year of just a bunch of 3-stars. Josh Trahan, I wish I would have taken him more seriously. He was a pretty good player. All right, we're officially jumping in here, and I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, we got a 99 overall running back, right? It's going to be a 3rd down and 4. If you thought this football was going to go anywhere besides him, you thought wrong. It's going to be 4th and 3. That felt like he picked up like 3 yards, but we apparently picked up 1. But it's going to let us come back out here on 4th down and 3. And we're just going to rifle that over the middle. That's going to be a good catch. But that's going to leave us in the red zone, knowing we need a score here. You know, get out in front on the Razorbacks, and we're going to go to the end zone. I mean, former receiver, he's not dropping that. Touchdown, Commodore. And we've got another red zone opportunity early in this one. Is our tight end wearing 0? Is that a tight end or is that a slot receiver? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're going to lob this up. Oh, he's wide open. He's wide open. What a route combo right there. Touchdown Commodores. And, I mean, we're just moving the ball with no issues. This just truly feels like a new team right here. I'm going to just lob it out to the running back. That's going to be Brown. We're going to have so much elusiveness, so much speed. We're going to pick up a 1st down. We're going to be down at the 7 here. And down at the 7, I am, of course, going to run the fan favorite play. It's going to be the Wildcat. We're going to go ahead and run this jet sweep. Yeah, 99 speed. You're not catching him. He's gone. Touchdown, Commodores, 21-0. All right, 2nd and goal down at the 6. Sign me up all day. We're still in the first half, and the dream is still alive. We're going to go ahead and run it with the quarterback. That's going to be Hawkins into the end zone. You're going up 28-0 on the Razorbacks. That feels good. But on 3rd and goal here, let's go ahead and try and punch this in any way we can. I'm going to look for number 0. And that's going to be another touchdown, 35-7. And anything we wanted to do in that game, we did. 38-7 over the ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. Hopefully that brings us the 5-star that we need and the 5-star that we want. And it sure does. That's going to bring us Juan Heaney as well as Bob Rimp, Tyler Winston, some more protection on the offensive line. We need as much protection as we can get. And we're leading on a couple of quarterbacks now. Final week of the season here. We are 9-2. A trip to the college football playoff on the line, playing the Volunteers. This is the stuff dreams are made of right here. Also, taking a look at conference standings. If we win this game, we're going to our first SEC championship, and I think that's huge, man. And we are getting the football first in this one. As you can see, it's a very high-pressure environment here in Neyland. They are number 11 in the country. Actually, you can't see it because I'm blocking it with my camera. Am I going to move? No, I'm not. But they are number 11 in the country for Stadium Pulse, and the Vols have been on a roll in this rebuild. But we've got a wide open man. What was the coverage by Tennessee? How do you drop that? No, you're such an idiot. You dropped the ball. I mean, who is that guy? I want Hellcat keys on my desk Monday morning. All right, after the debacle of a drive that we just put together where we dropped a touchdown. Don't drop this one. Don't drop this one. It's underthrown, man. It wants me to kick a 61-yarder. No, I don't do special teams like that. I can tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and jump to the next play. What happens? Oh, you missed a 61-yarder? What a surprise. All right, but they've got me in here on defense. 1st and 10. They're up by 3. Let's make a stop, gentlemen. Let's make a stop. Not going to be on that play. 2nd and inches for the Volunteers. I forgot they run this little weird offense where they just no huddle every single play. It's like Penn State from NCAA 14 all over again. Can't stand playing them. Really can't. But they are going to snap the football, and they had a pretty wide open lane to the end zone. It finally got stuffed, though. All right, trying to make a stop. We ran commit up the middle, and we're going to get them down to the 1, but I mean, it's only delaying the inevitable at this point. I would assume Tennessee is going to score this. Now, would I love to hold them? In theory, yes, I'd love to hold them, but is it likely? No, not really. That is going to put us on 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Well, let's make a stop here, gentlemen. Let's make a stop. And we're going to get him in the backfield, and he's going to fumble it. Pick it up. Go 24. Go 24. Oh, my goodness. Never say never in a rivalry game. Never say never in a rivalry game. Oh, and we forced a turnover. Now we're the ones at the 3-yard line. Let's try and just run this thing up the middle, and we're into the end zone. We got a 14-3 lead, and now we've got a 2-minute drill that we've been tasked with. So let's try and make something happen here. I'm going to throw to Holy overthrow. It doesn't matter who I'm going to throw to. It's out of bounds. All right, don't get me wrong. This is a very risky play, but we got down to 4th and 1 after running the ball on 3rd and 16 to just try and keep the clock moving. So I'm going to give it to Brown. He's got 99 speed. He's going to pick up a 1st down, and we're going to keep it pushing in this one. Right, now with a fresh set of downs and not being pinned on our side of the field, I'm going to launch one deep. That's a touchdown. That's how you make up for a drop, baby. Let me tell you, there's nothing better than not knowing the button of your receiver on an RPO. Now, muscle memory and me being a genius, I knew the button, but that could have caused for some concern for a rookie. But we're seasoned vets around here. I mean, just watch this jet sweep touch pass that I'm coming out with. Automatic touchdown. Every single time, into the end zone, 28-10 on the Vols. And there it is. It is officially official, 42-25 over our rivals, the Tennessee Volunteers. This one feels good. I mean, like I said, though, it could have been 63-10 if Hawkins could hit a corner route. And it actually didn't knock Tennessee out of the SEC championship. It just means we're playing them again. You know what? I'm not scared of the Vols, and they don't have that home field here to protect them. We can fully unleash every bit of this offense with hot routes and all the glorious things that we call. And we're going to start it off potentially with a no, we're not. All right, 3rd and 8 right here. Show me something wide open in the end zone. We're going to start this off with a touchdown, picking up where we left off in Knoxville. And our defense is not messing around in this one. Not one bit. They got another stop on the Vols, and we're just going to run outside with Zambrano. He is the best athlete of the quarterbacks with 91 speed. So running the ball with him feels like a pretty good, safe decision. And then we're going to come back on 2nd and 2 here. And we're going to go with the jet sweep, touch pass, and hopefully get this thing into the end zone. And we're going to do exactly that. Just when all hope was lost, Zambrano comes in, inspires the defense, and we're saving the day. All right, got to make a tackle here. We're not making a single stop on this one. Whoever number 1 is, he's going into the end zone with ease. Wasn't even a question. All right, drive of the game here. 4th down and 2. We got to see what Zambrano's got. He's got a little bit of speed. If he's got nothing else, he's going to pick up the 1st down, and we just got to put the football in the end zone right here. We'll worry about everything else later. All right, 4th down and 6. Need something here. Got an open man. He's going to hang on to it. Let's go, baby. All right. This is a pressure-filled situation right here. And we've got a freshman coming in to do the job. I mean, I don't know how much you love it, but we're just dealing with it. We're just rolling with it. We're going to pick up another 1st down. We just got to find the open man on this play. There's going to be one. It's just who's it going to be? Where's he going to be at? I liked X for a second, but we're going to run it with Zambrano into the end zone, baby. All right, 1st down and 10. Tennessee has the ball. It's time to make a play, defense. It's time to make a play right here. Right here, right now. Get a sack. Good stuff right there. Tennessee's going to call a timeout, and honestly, I'm here for it. I am calling the punt safe, man, because this would be a prime, let me tell you, a prime opportunity for a roughing the kicker call that this game loves to throw out there all the time. So, making sure we just ran safe, man. All right, make yourself a star, kid. This is your time to shine. That's going to be a great play over the middle. You already made yourself a star. We're already in field goal range. With ease. With ease, Mr. Squidward. All right, 33 seconds left. Just running it up the middle again. It is going to be 3rd down and 10, where we're going to run the football again and just try and make this as short of a field goal as we possibly can and leave no time on the clock. We actually went backwards, which you don't really love. It's going to be a 48-yarder, and I'm scared because I miss a lot of these. And I think we cooked. I hooked it. Oh my God. And it's going to be a big 3rd down and overtime. Field goals just never work for me. There's no wind in here. We're in a dome. There's no excuse for why that was a miss, but it was. At 1,000% was a miss. And I believe we're going to stop them here, and they're going to take a field goal. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to dump it off out the backfield to Brown. 3rd and 8. Oh, I mean, we need a play here because I do not want to continue the overtime period with Tennessee. I want to end this thing right now. So 3rd and 8, I'm going to the big tight end over the middle. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a drop. I'm going to miss the field goal if I try it. I'm going to miss the field goal if I try it. We're coming out on 4th and 8. We're going to run a play. We're going to run a wheel route with Brown. And I'm going to pull Brown to this side of the field. I'm actually going to run a streak with Brown. And you know what? He's wide open. He's wide open. Catch the football. Catch the football. He's down, baby. Let's go. 1st and goal from the 6. And 1st and goal from the 6, we're going to be running power from Wildcat. And we're into the end zone. SEC championship for the Commodores. Let's go, baby. And let me tell you, the playoff bracket did us no favors because we're either going up against Oregon or Virginia Tech. 2 of the biggest nightmare teams you can play in simulation. I mean, we're not going to be simulating it. We're going to jump in and play some football. But 2 of the biggest nightmare teams you could play in these dynasties. And the matchup is, in fact, going to be the Oregon Ducks, which I'm not excited for. I'm excited to be in our first college football playoff. Not excited to play the Ducks. All right, and it's finally sending me out here onto the football field. And don't get me wrong, this is a mildly intimidating game. Oregon is always very good. I mean, even though they were only 9-4, Oregon consistently in Dynasty mode is one of the best teams. But that's going to leave us out here on a 3rd down and 5. And honestly, I'm looking in the direction of Quentin Quinn because he, like I said, he's been our best receiver every single time I jump in. But you know what? We've got a red zone opportunity. They got a field goal, so it's 17-9. It is an 8-point ball game. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, that ball didn't go where it was supposed to. We're going to take the field goal. And I promise I'm going to hit it this time. I promise I am. You just got to aim it like this, maybe. Go down the middle. Yep. Money. I mean, whoever doubted me? Not me. Not me. And Oregon has truthfully been dominating this game, but you know what? We're going to run it with Zambrano here in the red zone opportunity. And it's a close one, but Oregon has been dominating. And here in the second half, we are down 11 points to the Ducks. So this just isn't going well. That's going to be an interception. I mean, he read that it was a corner route just absolutely perfectly. You got to kind of throw those with a little bit of anticipation. And I didn't anticipate what he did. We might be out of this one. They are going to go up to an 18-point lead. But we thankfully did make it into the red zone before the end of the 3rd quarter. And I'm looking to snap the ball as quick as possible. I'm going to go over the top. That's going to be Quentin Quinn. Touchdown, Commodores. We're still in it, but it's going to take a lot of fight. All right, and we get thrown out here with a 4th and 20. Thanks, game. I'll totally pick this up with ease. We're just going to throw it. I mean, it's as good of a throw as you can throw. It's as good of a throw as you can throw from Zambrano. What a play. I knew I had the right idea by putting Zambrano in. I mean, I don't know that we're going to win this game. I don't know what his future holds for us, but he is going to fumble out of the end zone. Oh my goodness. Make me eat my words immediately. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going in and we're challenging that fumble because I think he was down. I think that was a touchdown. I think he was down and I think it was a touchdown. Show me the review. He's down. He's 1,000% down. He's not fumbling yet. Knees down, knees down. It's not a touchdown, but he's down. That's our football. They better not cheat us right here. They better not cheat us. That should be our football, and it is. 2nd and goal from the 1. I was about to say, I'm not accepting that. I refuse to accept that. But on this 2nd and goal from the 1, I'm just going to run the football right up the middle, and hopefully it's going to be a touchdown, and it is, so we're in it. We just need our defense to get a stop. All right, so here we are. We got to play some defense. We got to get a stop. They're just going to run the football. I mean, truthfully, that's what they're going to do. 2nd and 12, that's a good stuff right there. And I'm just going to keep blitzing. We're going to keep run committing. If they decide to throw the football, they decide to throw the football. But as it currently sits, I do not see them throwing the football here. And I don't even think, oh, they are going to snap it. They're forced to. Tackles, Hamby. Good tackle, good tackle, good tackle. On this 3rd down and 6, I think they could definitely throw the ball. They're going to. We just got to make sure we stop them, and we're not going to. So now is the point where we're going to have to start using timeouts on the next few plays. We're going to run commit up the middle like usual here. Just hope that our guys get through and that we can make some form of a stop. This Oregon team is high-powered. They're higher overall than we are, and they're just very good. It's going to be 2nd and 11. We're going to call our first timeout there. All right. 2nd down and 11. We are run committing up the middle, and it's just a perfect blocking. That's pretty much the ball game. There's nothing we can do about that. So the Oregon Ducks in the Peach Bowl. But you know what? This was a good foundation year. We had a lot of underclassmen that helped us get to this point. I think in the next season, we should be able to go to the national championship with ease. All right, and then our players leaving this season, we've got a very high chance to persuade him back. And then we've got Daniel Harrell. He wants to leave again. I really don't care if he does, but we're going to bring him back for the sake of depth purposes. And then Tristan Brown, he's leaving no matter what. I can go ahead and throw the persuasion, but he's gone. He's going to the NFL. He's going to be like a top 10 pick. He's the best running back in college. It's what you'd expect. In the transfer portal, they might not be the most important guys, but we are going after all of the 4-star prospects that it'll let me land out of the portal. We've got a few underclassmen, but most of these guys are only going to be basically 1-year rentals. And I don't really see an issue in that because it's going to help out our offensive line. It's going to help out our defensive line. And taking a look at Jordan Ross, 99 acceleration, 91 speed. This is like unreal. This dude's unreal. He's going to get after it. I mean, he's going to be a dog. And we did land Sergio Garner to go into our secondary. We lost out on William Sanders and we lost out on Jordan Ross, which is tragic because Jordan Ross was the guy I wanted the most, even though we probably needed him the least. We landed 4-star guard Ryan Hughes, Doug Officer at corner. We got DeMarvin Swain, and we got Niles Vickerson. That is going to be everybody that we wanted out of the transfer portal. And now it's time to check where we finished in top classes. I don't think it was going to be very high. It was actually 20th. So we had a better class this year than we've had every other year. But next year's class, I'm telling you, it's gonna be legendary. We're getting the #1 class. And checking out the team after training results, we're very good. We're an 88 overall. We got a 97 overall middle linebacker in Gregory Madden with all platinum abilities. That looks super sick. We've got 2 incredible pass rushers. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna go into the depth chart and make sure one of them's on the other side, so that we're getting the best pass rushers on the field. And then if you come over to the quarterback position, Jeremy St. Hilaire is now the best quarterback we have. Zambrano was the best in-game. It's a tough battle here. I think I'm just going to lean Zambrano. Let me tell you, this Vanderbilt secondary is going to be elite. Jalen Lackey, 89 overall. Tanner Wade, 87 overall. Javon Bouchard, 86. John Agudosi, the 99 speed corner. He's an 84 overall as a freshman. All right, Mateo Carrizosa. I don't know how much longer we're going to really have in this rebuild, but we did finally recruit a quarterback with an actual development trait, so Carrizosa would definitely get the nod here in the near future, but right now he's going to be redshirted. And then the 5-star we landed, Juan Heaney, is an 81 overall with elite development trait. You truthfully love to see it. I moved him down to defensive end because he is a better overall defensive end than he is an outside linebacker. So that's just kind of the move that I wanted to make there, because we already have very, very good outside linebackers, and he would just kind of get hidden in the rotation for quite some time. This is going to be the schedule for this season. Week 1, we're going to be playing a neutral site versus number 3 in the country, Nebraska. We're the number 6 team as it currently sits. So you know what? I thought it was going to be a fun neutral site to throw at the beginning of the schedule, and then we're followed up with some home games, and then our SEC schedule begins where we play 3 straight road games. The thing with scheduling in this game is you typically have to balance it out in a very less than desirable way, because for whatever reason, it's not like oh, 2 road games and then you get your home games, blah, blah, blah. It'll literally put you like 4 to 5 straight weeks of nothing but road games, so you can't schedule visits for the prospects you want. Muhammad Ikale, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is the best prospect ever. I'm going to turn my camera off so you can see what I see. 6'6", 99 speed, 98 jumping. Megatron ain't got nothing on this fella. He's the new #1 priority. We don't even need a receiver that badly, but we're going to get Muhammad. All right, and the 6'6" receiver has heavy interest in the program. We've scheduled him on a week 4 visit versus Nevada. We're playing Nevada. Nevada's a ranked team, and you know what? I'm jumping in. I'm going to play some football. I'm going to make sure our boys leave this game happy. All right, and it's nice to know that we are playing inside a Bengals rebuild. If you've seen Bengal, he's been doing a Nevada rebuild on stream. Oh my goodness, he was wide open. And we got speed. All right, I like it. All right, 2nd and 10. We're going to go outside. That's going to be number 18. Can't remember his name. McVay is his name. I forgot it for like half a second, but you know what? That's a touchdown for the Commodores. And we've already made it back into the red zone with ease. Nevada might just be a lower tier opponent if we're being real with ourselves. Givens, the former quarterback, gets us down to the 1. And you know what? I think he earned the touchdown. We're going to go and run it right up the middle with Givens. And I'm going to do some football IQ right here. You get a body on somebody else and you run a tight end over the middle. We're down at like the inch-yard line. So you know what? Wildcat it is. We're going to run Wildcat and it's going to be an automatic touchdown. How do I know? I've run Wildcat a billion times. Nobody could ever stop it. Givens into the end zone. I mean, he barely crossed it, but it worked. But we've got a 2-minute drill, and who needs a kicker if you can just go out here and score touchdowns? So that's what we're going to try and do. We've got a really open man. It's going to be Brothers into the end zone. Oh my goodness. What a play. I mean, just busted coverage from the Nevada secondary. That's another question. Do the schemes and stuff of teams actually change when they hire new coaches? So like, say, oh, pick up the fumble. Let's go, baby. We just got to chew out the clock now. That's what I'm talking about. Whoever came up with the Wildcat, you're like my favorite person on earth. Givens, first down, ball game. It's over. And that visit did a lot for Mohammed, but it didn't get him committed, but he's officially down to his top 3. It did a good bit actually, we haven't even had the visit. That's a week 8 visit versus South Carolina. So let's try and stack a few other guys on that South Carolina week and try and land as many prospects as possible. Villami Urban, I think if we beat LSU this week while he's in their house, I think he might commit to us. That's my hope at least. And then coming down to these other 5 stars, we're heavy in the lead for these guys. I'm on tap. I think he came in for a visit this past week. He did. And then we haven't scheduled a visit for John because we just haven't really had the time or the hours to do so, but we need to make sure we get him in on a visit, and then we're going to make sure that we're still looking after our 4-star prospects, because that's how you build a team. You got to have depth. And Mohammed has committed to Vanderbilt. We recruited the next Megatron, basically. That's all you can say about this guy. I'm hoping for more commits. Oh, who do we lose out to? We lost out on Villami Urban. Does that mean we lost to LSU? What's the verdict here? Did we lose to LSU? We didn't. We're 5-0, and we're playing number 6 Auburn in Jordan Hare. So we're still leading on a lot of prospects. He was a Louisiana guy. He's going to commit to his hometown team. You can't really fault him for that, but I did want him really badly. And the 5-star tight end has decided to wisely commit, as well as Carl Irwin and Emmanuel Smoker and Armin Tapp. Oh yeah, this is a recruiting class. We lost out on the defensive tackle in Jerry Veal, who I did really want, but it's okay. And we fall to 5-1. We lost to number 6 in the country, Auburn, who is now going to shoot up to the number 1 spot, I would imagine. But recruiting's in such a good spot that I'm not even concerned with that loss, because we're probably still going to the playoffs, as long as we can just keep winning games. And we landed John Aquanu, another 5-star. He's a 5-star receiver. We got locked out by a few other 4-stars, but it's really not the end of the world. This is a very good class so far, and I'm hoping we beat South Carolina that week. We are up to 7-1, playing Alabama this week, so we got the Tide coming in, and man, this class is looking really good. Like, this is a special recruiting class, And it feels so weird. It just said Texas is a lower tier program than us. Can you imagine a world like that? Oh, man. I'm a Texas fan, so I know everybody's going to make fun of that. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a world I don't want to live in. Our final week of the season, we are 8-3. I'm leaving this up to fate because I don't think we're going to make the college football playoff anyways. Because when you come over to conference standings, we're 5th in the conference. We had 3 conference losses. We lost to Texas. We lost to 2 other teams who will go unnamed for the moment. Auburn, who is the number 2 team in the country. And we lost to Mizzou. We might have had an injury. I'm going to be honest. We might have had an injury that led to this because we started out so strong. Started out super, super strong. Played them, and we're just going to simulate, see what happens versus Tennessee. Hopefully we can magically make the college football playoff. But I'm not betting everything on it. I'm not betting the farm on it. We got Philip Econom. That's a good one. We love that. 4-star protection. 9-3, so maybe we are going to go to the playoff. I'm surprised by that. I didn't think it was going to shoot us up that high. So it seems Auburn's rise came from having an incredible quarterback who won the Heisman, Mike Cherry. I feel like that's somebody we were recruiting at the beginning of this video. Maybe it wasn't. We're going to be playing Kansas State in a home playoff game, and we are going to get to play some offense first, and it is St. Hilaire starting in this one, so I'm going to assume Zambrano got hurt because I did go back and check. We did change the depth chart, so that is unfortunate. That was going to be an important piece of our offense, but St. Hilaire, the dude's got a cannon on him, so I'm going to put some faith into him here in this one. We're going to throw that out wide. That's an incredible catch. Incredible throw. All right, St. Hilaire. Show me you got that dog in you. Here on 2nd and 2, I'm thinking end zone. And he got bumped, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. McVay's into the end zone. Yeah, he got bumped at the top of his route, and it made me think that was about to be an interception, but beautiful ball by St. Hilaire. Now into the second quarter, it is giving me my first opportunity to play some football in general since the first quarter. And oh man, I missed the speed of Zambrano on that one. I mean, that might have been a touchdown if we had Zambrano right there, but we don't have to worry about it. We're gonna come back out here on 2nd and 10, and we've got a corner route, so that means it's an automatic touchdown, right? No, it's gonna be a throw out of sack, but it is gonna lead us to a 3rd down and 10. St. Hilaire is hot right now. I'm gonna throw it tight end right there, touchdown. Now we've got an opportunity at a 2-minute drill after Kansas State turned it over, and I did not like the pocket at all there. I don't know what you call here. I'm going to go with the jet touch pass. I feel like that's probably our best option. It's going to be Brothers running the touch pass. He's not the fastest receiver we have, so this could end really poorly, and it does. It does 1,000%. But with 17 seconds left in the half, we are going to have an opportunity in the red zone. I'm going to throw that up. Corner. Nope. That is the worst pass ever. St. Hilaire, buddy, I had so much faith in you in, like, I think it was like year 3 when you were here. I don't know. What are we in, year 5 now? I think. I don't know. You lose track of time in these rebuilds. That's going to be an interception. Because they just take forever. You got to record over multiple days. You lose track of time. It happens. But we're back on offense. It's going to be start of the 4th quarter right here. And we've got about 4 minutes to go. I'm going to throw that over the middle. That's going to be, I believe, a Brothers touchdown. Brother. Now we're officially at the end of the game. And we've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds that we got to shave off this clock. Our offensive line not getting out of the way really doesn't help that. Because we need to pick up a couple of first downs to be able to seal this game right here. All right, now out of the 2-minute warning, I'm actually going to go against everything I just said. They're pressing up. There's a lot of guys in the box. I don't see it being a successful run play, so I'm going to throw that out to McVay. Oh, I might have cost us the game. I really might have cost us the game right there. They were pressing up, and they had everybody in the box, so maybe, I don't know. We're going to come back here on defense. We're going to try and right my wrong. The stadium pulse is going crazy here in Nashville. And they got Martino at quarterback. That reminded me of, like, randomly Adrian Martinez. What a dog. Never forget, TND Takeover on Instagram. My dark horse for the Heisman this year. Adrian Martinez. Adrian Martinez. The man said it. I remember it. It was pretty hilarious, actually. And that's going to be a huge first down for Kansas State. Oh, boy. They're going to line up for the field goal, and it's a little bit off center. I mean, it's all the way on the far right hash. Maybe they miss it. They don't. It barely shanks in through just the slightest bit. So it's going to be up to our offense. St. Hilaire. to put this thing into the end zone. And you know what? I'm confident. I like St. Hilaire. All right, he was our guy early. No, no, no. Oh, a little bit of protection right there, and we did have an open man. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. We got to make a play here. Just anything we can get open. We've got A over the middle, and that's going to be Brothers again. He's going to pick up a massive first down. We're just going to no huddle out of that. St. Hilaire also is putting up a pretty good game. 400 yards, and what was that, 4 touchdowns, I believe? I think that was 4 touchdowns. We just got to get into field. I'd rather not just leave it up to a field goal. Oh, I thought he caught it, man. All right, 2nd and 10 again. I'm looking for anything we can get open. We had a receiver wide open. We just got hit in the back way too fast. All right, now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Hope is starting to look a little bit thin for this Vanderbilt squad, and I'm going to throw that. It's going to be an overthrow. 4th and 10, man. Here we go. All right, on 4th and 10, we're sending a streak out there. We're going to motion the running back out of the backfield. It was an auto motion. I didn't do it myself, and I'm lobbing it over the top. It's going to be a drastic overthrow, and it bounces into the defender's hands. We are going to lose to Kansas State on our home field. In players leaving, we're having some incredible talents headed off to the draft. As you can see, Simeon Boulware, Joseph McVeigh, who I would forget his name every single time I threw to him, and Wendell Gregory, as well as St. Hilaire. You know, he fought his heart out at the end. Apparently, Chris Beckham's not getting drafted at almost a 90 overall. Same with Lackey. I don't get that. But we're going to try and persuade Gregory Madden back. He's not coming back, so he's going to be a first-round pick. It's only going to help our pro potential grade, and we had a good middle linebacker behind him, so I'm not crying over it. And for portal season, I'm just going after all the best prospects. That's literally all it is, as well as a kicker, because, again, I forgot to recruit a kicker, so Brian Soto would be our starting kicker for this season. But yeah, we're going after a 4-star tight end, 4-star offensive lineman, 4-star middle linebacker, and a 4-star safety. We're just filling out some positions that we didn't recruit exceptionally well in high school recruiting. And we did land Matt Stock out of Katy, Texas. I think he was a Tennessee transfer. I could be so wrong. Marvin Van Horn on the offensive line. Brian Cruz on the offensive line. Dan Abraham on the defensive line. Cam Fanene on the defensive line. And Rudy Dicker on the offensive line. We lost out on Juan Yeast to Auburn, which is unfortunate, and we lost out on Mike Nevis, but we have tight ends. We recruited a 5-star tight end this past cycle, so we're fine there. Again, I was just trying to fluff up the class, if we're being perfectly honest. How good this class actually was, and it was number 4 in the country, and we had significantly less players than these other programs, so I think that speaks to how good of talent we actually recruited. And I'm making a bold move when it comes to position changes here. Muhammad is going to be the new starting tight end at 6'6", with 99 speed. I recruited another receiver who you're going to see here in just a second. Carl Irwin, another 5-star, who also has 99 speed, and he's 6'4". So logically, we don't need 2 massive receivers, do we? We're just going to move Muhammad to tight end. We're going to let him rock right there. I think he's going to be an incredible talent. And after training results, we're also up to a 4-star prestige school. So if we're ever going to get the #1 class in the country, it's going to happen this year. And then Carl Irwin is going to be getting hit with the red shirt, but 6'4", 187 pounds, elite development trait, 5-star receiver with 99 speed. And then Muhammad, who is going to be our big boy tight end, big number 83 with 99 speed. He has star development as well. And then 5-star defensive end, Emmanuel Smoker, also has star development. And he's got the rolled up crop top and everything. This dude's going to be a dog. Lastly, I want to highlight Armin Tapp. 6 foot, 245 pounds. He's a pure run stopping archetype linebacker, 5-star elite development trait. He's going to have a ceiling of just being unlimited. He can be the best player of all time. Who knows? So first off, that is letting me just add basically every 5-star that has us unlocked to the board, being a 4-star program, and a lot of these guys being in pipeline areas. We're going to have a pretty good chance of getting them. Lawrence Cloud is going to be the #1 priority prospect for us. He's the #1 quarterback in the nation, and he is filled up on abilities. He's got every ability you could pretty much ask for. So Lawrence Cloud could be a huge difference maker for this program. Then other than that, we've got a few gems in here. Manuel Coronado at running back, Trevor Eason at defensive end. Our schedule this season, it's not going to be an easy one. I'm actually going to swap this to be a home game because, again, we need to be able to schedule some visits early in the season. But we've got Clemson at a neutral site, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So that's fun. We're playing in Atlanta. All right, and we landed 5-star quarterback Lawrence Cloud. So that feels pretty good. We're getting locked out by some other players. which is unfortunate. But, you know, we're down to 2-2 on the season. I don't know what was the cause for us being as bad as we were at the beginning, but it just kind of happened, and we're putting hours into a ton of these guys. We unlocked one of the defensive linemen that we want, and we're just going to continue on this trend of trying to get every single 5-star that had interest, or at least had us unlocked. All right, and we landed Manuel Coronado, the 5-star halfback, as well as Warren Flowers, and then Jimmy Bajima. So we've got good talent into the program, and we're still in the lead on some other 5-stars. We're not getting locked out by 5-stars right now. We're getting locked out by 4-stars, and we're falling to 3-3. Apparently, we're just pathetic. I don't understand why we're as bad as we are. It doesn't make sense. And then Damian Mabin, he's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out for wanting to commit to the program as well. So we unlocked him again. We're probably going to get locked out due to playing style another time or two. And, I mean, we're just right here on these guys. We just need to get some guys to sign on the dotted lines. And we landed Anthony Sosa, another 5-star, as well as Trevor Eason, Chad Levitre. This class is unreal. Well, that's not Muhammad, but that's okay. But this class is unreal right now. Tally it onto the board. Mitch Stacy is another 5-star committed to the program. We did lose out on Damon Mabin, but there's one more 5-star that I want to get committed to the program. We're 3-4. I don't know what's happening. Why are we falling apart? Into the season, we were somehow pathetic this year. We went 5-6. I'm going to go ahead and live simulate our game versus the University of Tennessee. Maybe we go 6-6 and go to a bowl game. It sounds pathetic. We had back-to-back playoff visits, and now we're just fighting for a bowl game with our best recruiting class in program history. So 6-6, we made the bowl, I guess. So that's pretty cool. All right, and we've landed a bowl game against the Toledo Rockets. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not of my major concern to play against the Toledo Rockets, so we're going to simulate, just hope that we win it. And we did. We're 7-6. All right, and players leaving. We've got a guaranteed persuasion on Randy Maiji. He wanted to go to the draft early. I'm not going to allow it. Philip Econom, he was a really good player, and he has decided to leave. So that is going to mean we're going to have to jump into the transfer portal and recoup in some positions. We need a safety in the portal. I'm just going to be honest. We need a safety. All right, in transfer portal season, we're going to be going after Brendan Foss, Maurice Grimes, a bunch of 4-star talents, and then we got Malachi Rawlings. I don't think we really need him, but he is a 3-star that is interested in the program, so I'm going to go after him. And we did land Malachi Rawlings, so there is at least one guy committed to the program. Maurice Grimes goes to Alabama. So you don't really love that. There's not much more I can do in these weeks, so I'm just going to simulate. We're going to get a live reaction. We get Brendan Foss, Nanamdi Ojeda, as well as Scott McBride is welcomed into the program. And that is pretty much going to do it for offseason recruiting. We didn't have anybody else we're going after, and we're going to see if that might have been our number 1 recruiting class. And I really think it was going to be. I truthfully do. And there it is, 22 players committed. We got 8 5-stars, 5 4-stars, and 9 3-stars. And in training results, it's very obvious that we are one of the best teams in the entire country. The only thing that is, again, going to concern me is quarterback play. I'm going to go with Mateo Carrizosa as our starter likely. I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth from Zambrano this past season when he was originally starting. Just wasn't performing that well. We're going to have Steve Blum as the starting running back. Receivers, we're looking very, very good. Carl Irwin's up to an 83 overall with 99 speed. Stamer's up to an 82 overall. Iquanu's up to an 80 overall. Muhammad's up to an 87 at tight end. Offensive line play is going to be looking really, really good this season. Randy Maiji did not get that big of a bump. All right, and ahead of recruiting for this season, I'm taking the same approach that I had last season. I'm going after literally every 5-star that has us unlocked. There's some really good ones like Mallory and Dante Ben, who I really, really want, and there's some that I just don't want as much. The number 1 priority is going to be Keontae Asbon. I don't know how to pronounce that, but he's a dog. He's an absolute dog. And then Tyler Yazzie, number 1 player in the entire country. He's out of Michigan, so it might be kind of hard to pull him away from those Michigan schools, but I want him as well. I want him really, really bad. And this is going to be the schedule ahead of this season. It's not going to be a light one, as you can see. We're going to be playing Washington, Northern Illinois, kind of is what it is. We got number 8 Oklahoma. We got number 20 Cal. We got Ole Miss. We got Arkansas, who's number 9 in the country. We got number 3 Georgia. And we've got A&M and Tennessee to finish it out. So again, it's not going to be an easy schedule. All right, and we have landed our first 5-star. It's going to be Clifton Segal, and we haven't been locked out by any others. We fell a little bit on Quandre Clapp, but that's going to free up some more hours. Got a ton of these guys scheduled on visits this week versus Cal. So I feel like it's time to hop in a football game. I mean, we're number one on pretty much everybody here. I spent a lot of my coach points on making sure that we were the best coach we could possibly be. And I think it was probably a good idea because as you can see with this board, pretty much anybody we want, we can pretty much land, and I like it. And we got the number one priority 5-star, and that's going to be Keontae Osborne, but that's going to be the only one that commits. We had 3 that went elsewhere, and then we had some others that we just, you know, maintained the number one spot on, which is not the end of the world. I'll be honest. Muhammad Ukele, I think that's how you pronounce that. He got player of the week. He was a dog. Having the ability to use a 99 speed tight end is a lot of fun, let me tell you. And we landed out of Arizona Dante Ben, as well as Jose Martinez, with all these 5-star receivers that we've been able to commit, and we're going to lose out on a tackle and a defensive tackle. That is unfortunate, but with all these 5-stars, just go ahead and call me the next Steve Sarkisian. I'm just bringing in 5-star receivers left and right, because he has a tendency to do that at Texas. We're kind of overcommitting at 5-star receiver in real life with the Texas Longhorns. I doubt anyone cares what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my team, but oh my God, Sark, he just like, I feel like every time we get a commitment, it's a receiver. And then we landed Zach Stitzer, 5-star, as well as Tyler Yazzie, Kevin Priestley, Deshaun DeGior. I don't know, man. I tried my best. I really did. I really tried very hard. We're up to 6-1 on the season. I think that was our only loss. Was that our first loss to the Arkansas Razorbacks? Yeah, coach abilities. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. No, I'm looking for the schedule here. I believe that is our only loss, and that's going to be the number one team in the country. We lost by 6 points. I'll take that any day of the week. I truthfully will take that any day of the week. That also lets our 5-star total match last season because we've got 8 5-stars this year coming in. Let me tell you, we've turned into a recruiting powerhouse here in Nashville, and I'm here for it. We're going after nothing but 4-stars that are left on the board, and I just realized we've got the recruiting hours to just go ahead and, you know, do some priority recruiting, like hard sells and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that. Coming in at the end of the season, we went 10-2, but that's not good enough for an SEC championship. Checking out the team schedule to see how we even got here. We beat everybody up until Arkansas, and then we lost to the Florida Gators, who went 8-4. Just a tragic loss. It was at home. I don't know what happened. Just the team collapsed or something. That's the best assumption I can give you, but we are number 5 in the country, and we had a very good season. Statistically, it was also a really good season. Timothy Zambrano, he got hurt in the middle of the season. He was out for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, where Mateo Carrizosa came in and played some football. He still threw 41 touchdowns. Now, on the ground, rushing production wasn't as special. We had John Aquanu, the receiver, ran for 325 yards on almost 50 carries. Okay. Steve Lum picked up 650 and 3 touchdowns. Rushing just wasn't our thing. What was our thing was passing the football. 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 900 yards and 11, 714. And then Muhammad at tight end had 9 touchdowns and 610. And the playoffs have us matched up against the Michigan Wolverines. So we're going to jump in and we're going to play some football. Hopefully we can win this game. It's thankfully a home game. Our luck in the playoffs has not been good, though. When we got a little bit of a night game here, too, I like it. First quarter drive, time to take the lead. Let's do it, gentlemen. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, and this feels illegal. We got our big tight end with 99 speed lined up in the slot. Yeah, this feels a little bit illegal. We're just going to go ahead and throw to him on the first play of the game, and he's got so much speed, he's gone. Get Michigan off of our field. It's disrespectful. So we are going to come back out on 2nd and 13, looking for my big tight end if he gets open. I mean, we had the dump off to him. You know what? We're just going to pitch it to him. He's 6'6". He's going to get into the end zone. 2 touchdowns for Muhammad. All right, made it back into the red zone here. We are up 21-7. We are without a doubt dominating the Michigan Wolverines. Like, we have found our identity later in this season. We got Zambrano back. We're not losing games anymore. I just realized that's why we lost games, is because we lost Zambrano. So that's a good realization to have. Makes me feel a lot better about our season. We're going to roll out with Zambrano right here. And he's going to get down to the 1. And being down on the 1, we're going to trust our running back, Steve Blum. He hasn't really done a lot this season, but I think he can get into the end zone here, and he does. It's going to be a 28-7 lead. All right, we're coming back out here. 2-minute drill. I'm going to go ahead and just send Muhammad on a streak. I have no shame in what I'm doing. I have absolutely no shame in what I'm doing. You're going to give me a 6'6", 99 speed tight end. I'm going to use him every play of the game. All right, 45-23. This game is officially over. We just got to chew out the clock and just let it end where it's going to end. And you know what? I said it and I meant it. We were going to get the Longhorns in the playoffs, and we're going to come out here and we're going to dominate them from the first snap of the football. You guys want to win all these awards and be flashy and be in front of my guys here at Vanderbilt and knock us out of the SEC championship to where we can't go? Yeah, we'll see you on the field, Texas. All right, 3rd and 19. I got all my fastest guys on the field. We're going to throw it up top, and hopefully our big 6'6" tight end, Muhammad, can come down with it. Touchdown, Commodores. He's so fast. I feel like he's even faster because of how tall he is. All right, 3rd and goal. I'm coming out in 5 wide. We're sending a 99 speed tight end over the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for Muhammad. He's so overpowered. He's unreliable, to say the least, right now. But, I mean, he's made some good plays. I'll give him that. And we're going to throw that out to the running back. That's a beautiful throw from Zambrano. Like I said, unreliable, but he makes plays. And I'll take it for now, and it's really not the best RPO, but we're just going to hope he backs off a little bit, and he did not. This Texas defense has been a major problem in this one. I mean, they just get after you quick. They truthfully do. I'm going to go to the tight end again, 99 speed. He's shifty, he's big, and he's moving. We're down at the 6-yard line. Here we are, 1st and goal from the 6. Sending him on another drag route, because who's going to stop him on a drag? That's going to be a touchdown for Vanderbilt. I almost said Texas, but you know what? Horns down for the moment. This one is officially over, and we're going to the semifinals for the first time in this video. I think that was our first quarterfinal trip anyways, so I'm happy with the result. I just think it could have gone a little bit better. And our semifinal matchup is going to have us up against the NC State Wolfpack with an opportunity to play either Miami or Ohio State in the national championship. So we definitely got the easier side of the bracket after knocking Texas out. All right, we're going to play this game on placement and accuracy passing. We're going to see if that makes a major difference like I think it will. Because our boy Zambrano here has sold a lot of throws, and that was an absolute beam over the middle right there. I love the accuracy that was displayed on that throw right there. That's an NFL type throw. I mean, we're trying to put this kid in the league. You know, he's got big dreams of going to the league. I mean, that's a beautiful throw. Yeah, no, maybe Zambrano and these other quarterbacks weren't even that bad. Maybe we just needed to swap to placement and accuracy. Maybe that was our whole issue. It probably was. I know some professional college football Ultimate Team or Road to the College Football Playoff guy is going to comment and be like, why were you not using placement and accuracy, bro? It's the only way you need to pass in the football game. Because I like the video to be entertaining. I don't just want to slaughter everyone I play. Okay? I'm actually a pretty good player in this game. Surprisingly. I'm going to be starting up an Ultimate Team channel. It's going to be my 2nd channel. Well, I already have it started. It's already monetized and everything. It was an old MLB channel. I'm just converting it because why not? But that's enough yapping about YouTube and things like that. We're going to run it with Zambrano into the... Never mind. We're down at the 2. Down at the 2. All right. But 2nd and 1 from the 2 right here. I have Mr. Irwin coming across the field, and that is going to be the touchdown. All right, now we've got a 2-minute drill right here to go ahead and put up some more points in this game. I mean, that's a wide open 6'6", 99 speed tight end. How many times am I going to bring that up? And how many times are teams just going to leave him wide open? And that's going to be the end of the Orange Bowl. We are headed to the national championship, 38-17. And for our first national championship, probably our only national championship, judging by how long this has taken so far, we're going to be going up against the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I'm a little scared, a little bit. They're going to be a team that's going to be right there with us in overall. We're actually 2 overall higher than Ohio State, so that gives me a little bit of extra confidence. All right, it is our turn to try and score right here. Ohio State turned the football over, so that means it is Vanderbilt football. So we're going to just go ahead and lob it over the top. We have a 6'6", 99 speed tight end. Do you? He dropped it. I don't know what I'm talking. All right, and Ohio State did us a wonderful favor of taking up a bunch of time and then turning over the football. So we're just gonna come out here. We're gonna be in the red zone. That was an absolutely bagged play. Shout out to Ohio State on that one. That was bagged. There was nowhere to go on that one. And on 3rd and 10, I'm gonna run a little bit of a weird play. We're gonna be running 2 outs on the right side. And we're just going to go straight to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. We got the lead in the national championship, baby. And we're approached with a big 3rd down here. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. We just got to get a stop on the Buckeyes. It's not going to be super difficult. It's not going to be the hardest thing in the world or anything like that. We got this. It's easy money. Easy money. Where we at? Where we at? That's a great throw by Ohio State. Man coverage probably wasn't the move. And we got the football back very quickly. Thankfully, they turned that into nothing. So, not really the most wasted drive. I mean, it was wasted. Believe me, it was wasted, but we're back in the end zone. It's like it never happened. All right, 2nd down and 10 on this attempted 2-minute drill. We just, oh, that was the worst. Of all the options on the field, that was the worst one to throw to, and I did it anyways. We're just going to try the hurry-up offense. Okay, Ohio State's getting after us. We're going to run with Zambrano. That's going to be a 1st down and a fumble. All right, 2nd and goal. I'm looking for anything I can get right here. Going with Zambrano. He's into the end zone. Vince Young style, baby. All right, defense needs to get a stop. And we've got a 3rd down and 5 here. You got to imagine that Ohio State's willing to throw the football in this play. And I assume they would be. They've got 2 open guys. Oh, goodness, and we're going to get a sack. Timeout. Got to call a timeout. They're in field goal range in my eyes, so this might be... Well, they missed the field goal. They missed it. They missed it. They missed it. So... We've got another offensive drive to be able to potentially win it, and that was the worst throw, but also the best throw at the exact same time. I don't know why I threw it. I just saw him, like, mildly open, and I was like, you know what? We got to hit him. But we're going to come back out here on 2nd and 10. Let's, oh, man. We got nobody open. I'm going to throw that blum. No. It got lofted so far. Zambrano, buddy. Ohio State's going to win the national championship over the Vanderbilt Commodores. And I don't think anything's more heartbreaking than that. We battled so hard to get where we were. But, you know, we're going to come back even stronger next season. And after that heartbreaker of a national championship, we've made it into players leaving. We're up to a full 4-star school, so I can appreciate that. Tanner Wade, who we recruited early in this rebuild, he has decided to leave for the draft, as well as Manuel Escobar and Steve Blum. There's no chance of persuading any of these guys to come back to the program, and some of the other guys are just hungry for a national championship, so they're coming back for their senior season, and I appreciate it. And training results has fielded us with quite the team. We're going to have a 94 overall offense, and at running back, I have moved John Aquanu to running back because we really didn't have that impressive of a running back. It's actually Warren Flowers who shot up the most. He was like a 76 and he went all the way up to 88. Honestly, that's a good thunder and lightning duo. We've got the receiving back with a ton of speed. Oh my goodness, he's got the same amount of speed. All right, anyways, whatever. They're looking good. Carl Irwin goes up to a 90 overall with 99 speed. Absolute dog. Brandon Stamer, Anthony Sosa. We're not going to be missing Aquanu at the running back position. Muhammad up to a 90 overall with 99 speed. I mean, he's the best tight end in the game, best tight end I've ever committed. This is going to be our schedule ahead of, this is year 8. I'm like 1000% certain this is year 8. We've got a pretty easy schedule when it comes to ranked opponents. Our only ranked opponent is Miami and Oklahoma. And we've got a lot of home games this season. And then when it comes to the recruiting side of things, I haven't added anybody to the board. But I'm just going to go after a bunch of 5-stars and see how good of a class we can get because there's no way we don't win a national championship this year. I mean, it has to happen. End of the season, we barely missed out on the SEC championship. That's going to be Ole Miss, who I'm pretty sure beat us in the regular season. But we did go 9-3. We lost to what is now #1 Miami. We lost to Arkansas, and we lost to, yes, Ole Miss. Ole Miss got a hold of us, and I don't really even know how they did. But we're going to check out some stats from this season, see how we got to this 9-3 record, and oh my goodness. I think we made the right call at quarterback. 49 touchdowns on an 81% completion percentage. He's got to win the Heisman, right? He has to win the Heisman at that point, right? You got to think. He's not in the lead for the Heisman. What has Doug done? All right, yeah, it's warranted. It's definitely warranted. What? 57 touchdowns from Doug? and he picked up 4 on the ground, and he ran for the most yards on the team. What does California run? Who are these freaks? Like, bro, actually, what is this? This is not including playoff stats. He threw for 4,800 yards and 60 touchdowns with only 2 picks. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little simulation to figure out how that works. We're playing Clemson in the playoff. Let's come out here and let's dominate. All right, we're done worrying about Doug. I mean, Doug is he's old news at this point. We're gonna pick up a touchdown early in this game, and we are gonna be sent out here on a 3rd down to go ahead and get a stop. It's gonna be a 3rd and 8. This quarterback looks like what is that one quarterback that played for Clemson like mid-2000s, late 2000s? We're giving up a touchdown. Doesn't really matter. He was the guy before Deshaun Watson. I'm pretty sure he wore number 11. I could be so wrong, but I think he did. And being down at the 1, we've got our good friend Ekwonu in the backfield, and we're just going to go ahead and run it up the middle, and we're going to extend that lead by 2 scores. Man, English is really just hard. And then on 1st and 10 here, we're looking for anything that's going to get open quickly. And that's going to be Bumper into the end zone. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but number 2 is into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Commodores. I'm not kicking a field goal here. I'm not the kind of guy to kick a field goal. We are going to run this and hope we can get into the end zone. And we do. Muhammad with a big touchdown right there, gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and take a knee. And that is it. That's an instant classic. You can put it on your VCR tapes, you big boomers. Because I'm sure those are going to get popular again, just like everything else that's old that we don't use. And we're going to win the game, 49-43. Felt good. And we will be headed to the Rose Bowl to play Maryland. They're an 81 overall to our 91. We need to just come out here and dominate, get this game over with quick. And Maryland made a late rally, but I just went ahead and simmed. We scored 51 points in the Rose Bowl. That was just a beatdown, man. That was a beatdown. And we're going to be going up against the Colorado Buffaloes, who I actually have on the rebuild schedule. That'll be one that we do very, very soon. Yeah, we're going up against the Buffaloes in the semifinals, and they're number 2 in the country. So this is going to be a good clash, and that's going to be a victory for the Commodores, 37-16. It started out as an absolute defensive slugfest, but Muhammad broke the game open. And I need to check the stats. I need to see how he performed because I'm pretty sure it was pretty solid. I mean, he came out there and he got like 90% of the receiving yards. We're looking at Colorado stats. I was like, he caught the football, I promise. 143 and 3 touchdowns. Cloud came out there with 362, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Slow start, but you know what? He rallied. And he played good. And the national championship matchup is going to have us against the Miami Hurricanes. I'm excited for this one. This is one of the only teams that was able to beat us during the regular season. All right, it's time for some football here, gentlemen. I'm ready. I'm 1,000% ready. We need to win this national championship. It'll feel so good. 8 seasons in. 8 seasons in with the Vanderbilt Commodores. This is one of the longest rebuilds that we're going to have on the channel that's not like just a straight up 10-year rebuild. So winning a national championship here would bring me great joy, and we're going straight to Irwin, and with a little bit better of a throw, it would have been good. And jet sweep touch pass could be a risky call. Could be an extremely risky call. I'm going to roll with it. This play usually works, and when it does, it works for big yardage, and I think that's exactly what we got here with Asher. We're going to get hit. It's going to be 4th down and 3. I'm going to play risky. We lost to this team earlier in the season. I'm going to play real risky right here. We are going to end up running Wildcat with a receiver at quarterback, and it's going to be Irwin. Irwin's got 99 speed. A little bit of blocking right here, and we're going to the crib. Yeah, a little bit of blocking right here, and, well, we're not going to the crib, but we got a 1st down. That's all that matters. I swear, grounding has to be the penalty I've had called on me the most, besides roughing the kicker when I'm leading in a game. It's one of those two. I don't know which one, but it's one of the two. I would be wrong to throw this to anybody but Muhammad. And we're going over the top. That safety's too small, and he's not fast enough. And they're sending me back out here with 2 minutes left. Our defense is just getting after them. That's the best way to put it. Our defense is just absolutely getting after them because they haven't been able to do anything. And now we've got the red zone opportunity moment here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to run my running back on a flat route. I'm going to pull him to the other side of the field. That is going to pull that outside linebacker out there, which I really didn't want that to do. I wanted to flip him inside the backfield, but it doesn't matter. Cloud's into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Commodores. Going through this rebuild. Also, that platinum takeoff is ridiculous, dude. Platinum takeoff is so broken, especially when you have speed like that. Dude just gets after it. All right, 3rd down and 7, up 21-7. Just need to pick up first down here, and we're going to go to Muhammad. I mean, Muhammad is just so good, dude. He's so good. I will upload rebuilds for the rest of this game cycle. I promise you I'm not recruiting a better player than Muhammad. Muhammad will be the best player you see on this channel in its history. And we're going to do some long strung out series. We're going to do all kinds of series. Muhammad will be the best player. Doesn't matter. Irwin's into the end zone. He might be second best. Irwin's a dog. And we've got another red zone opportunity already. Yeah, no, we're not playing around. We were trying to avenge our loss from earlier in the season. I'm going to go ahead and pitch it out to Flowers into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. Yeah, this thing's over. Needless to say, this ball game's over. Oh, yeah, we're going out there. Yeah, no, you're not getting that one. And that's going to be the national championship right here, 42-14. I'm going to let you enjoy this moment without my face staring at you. This has been an incredible ride to be able to win a national championship with Vanderbilt. It took forever. It was a grind. It was a struggle. But the boys got it done, and that's all that matters. Genuinely all that matters. Lawrence Cloud, 282, almost 80% completion percentage. We dominated Miami from the snap of the football. It was over when we lined up. Irwin came out. He was a dog. Muhammad was a dog. I'm just proud of the team, man. I'm proud of the team. And I'm going to turn my camera back on. Yeah, you like my little cam border? It's a rectangle I got off Google, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun recording it. And comment down below who you want to see me rebuild next, because, again, we're continuing this rebuild trend. We're going to have our first series coming up the following Friday that this is uploaded on, because this is going to be uploaded on a Friday. The next Friday, our series will officially start.